everybody, welcome to leaks. So we're going to be talking about some of the leaks that are coming out regarding the
Still
ships.
didn't let me get to say hi. What
I'm
the
just
hell?
about to do it now. Jeez, can I at least tell them why we're doing the fucking video? Is that alright?
No.
Alright. So,
No.
while FaZe is waiting, obviously at the end of the day, guys, we're going to be talking about the ship leaks and videos and images that have come out. But before we get into it, because obviously he wants to say hi really, really badly, everybody say hello to Fez. Fez, say hello.
I'm mega exploring wormholes.
Oh boy. So Fez is going to be distracted yet again for this video.
I
So
wasn't
let's...
distracted last time.
You were. Dude, I can hear it in your voice when you're doing something.
Proof. I want proof.
Alright, next time you're doing it, I'm going to call you out in the middle of the video for it. Alright, so let's jump into it because obviously we have a lot to cover and Fez has wormholes to explore. So, obviously the first image that we have coming up here is obviously a video or an image of the showroom floor for when it comes to some of the ships on IAE 2952. So, obviously the first one is obviously we get to see the Apollo Triage as a hologram. We get the Polaris and the Galaxy as a hologram as well as the Perseus. But more importantly, on the showroom floor, it looks like we have the Herald, the Buccaneer, the Vulture, which I'm interested in seeing, and the Cutter. Now, it looks like there is 3 versions of the Cutter. Hashtag to be confirmed, so no one get too excited. But it looks like there's possibly 3 versions of the Cutter. First of all, Fez, what's your thoughts? You reckon we're going to get multiple versions of it, or?
Well, it looks that way.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Based on the leaks up before, there was a cargo variant, a exploration variant, and another variant. So
now they did. Obviously, we did talk about. Obviously, we've made a video. Not sure if you saw it. Where we actually went through and we talked about Xylo's response to that. And he talked about variances and stuff and how some of the information is incorrect. So not everybody all at once get too excited. But it definitely does look like there's multiple versions of this cutter. Or there's a cutter there with some other ships that maybe they have not enabled because... Yeah. So maybe there's other ships that are coming, but maybe variances. We'll have to obviously see, but it definitely looks like there's multiple variances there. Anything else you want to add while we're talking about this image? Not really? For self-explanatory?
I mean, are we still talking about the ship in general, or?
Well, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Sorry, well then, yeah, no.
So, first thing we want to do is we're going to talk about the cutter. Then we're going to go through and we're going to talk about the Galaxy. Then we'll obviously touch on the medical ship, the Pisces.
Okay.
Right. So, apart from that, obviously that's the first image that we've got. The second image that we have is a actual image of the back of the cutter. Looks like grey box, where it actually is fitting. What's that little buggy thing there? That's the mule, isn't it?
That's the mule.
Yeah. So it looks like it fits the mule, and it looks like it's designed to carry the mule, which is obviously interesting. And the third image that we have is a general side-on view of the thing. I'm going to say she's chunky.
She's a chunky, but she's small. She's a small chunk.
Yeah. Well, if we look at the mule and the size of that compared to the ship, it looks like it's pretty low. I would say it's a little bit higher than the average human in the game. This thing is not a real big ship, no. So, judging by that mule, yeah. Alright, but yeah, apart from that, obviously we don't have a person next to it, but I would say it's probably just a little bit bigger than the average human for height. Alright, so we do have a description for the cutter. So vehicle description Drake underscore cutter equals manufacturer Drake Interplanetary. Focus light freighter. Designed for hardworking folks of all stripes. The cutter packs 4 SCU. Oh wow! Did I not call that or what? 4 SCUs of cargo room and plenty of wall loop into rough and tumble compact frame. It's a ship that is truly embodies the spirit of Drake, no matter who you are or what you do or how you can reach the stars. What you can do, you can reach the stars. Sorry. Wow, I called this 2 days ago, or when Zylo was talking when the information about the Drake first came out, the cutter, and it was listed as 2 SCUs. There, I said that was too much. That was too little. I said it's more likely going to be 4 SCUs, and I said, and if there's a heightened section for piracy, maybe they'll make it 5. But yeah, I said it was going to be 4 or 5. Right, so apart from that, is there anything else on the cutter that we need to talk about?
It kind of gives me the Mandalorian vibes. A little bit.
Yeah. It looks like a caterpillar to me. I look at it and I think it's a slug.
Slug.
Yeah. To me, it looks like a slug. Alright, apart from that, obviously it's going to be light freight. So it's going to be a starting ship. So it's going to rival probably the Pisces. Or how many SCUs are in the Aurora and the Mustang? 2?
I think the Mustang only carries 2.
And the Aurora carries probably the same.
The Aurora can't carry any.
What, isn't there a cargo drop? Oh, is there a cargo drop by in the Aurora? I thought there was. Alright, price wise, what do we think this is going to sell for? Prices. Now we know the size and how much SCUs and all that. What do we think it's going to sell for, roughly?
I think this might be a Drake starter, so probably like the same price as the other ships, maybe a
so
few
about
dollars
$50,
more.
$50-$60.
Maybe $50, like 45-50.
Yeah. I'm just looking up Star Citizen Aurora. Alright, the MR Aurora specifications. Cargo capacity doesn't have anything listed, so maybe it is 0. Well, it's listed as a light freighter, so how can it be a light freighter with no cargo capacity?
Magic.
Cargo. Aurora MR has 3 SCU, according to the wiki. So, I would say if the Aurora MR is 45 and it carries 3, they're probably going to make this about 50-55. So yeah, $50 to $60, I think, pretty much. Considering it's Drake, probably more likely around the 50-55. But anyway, we'll see. Apart from that, anything else we want to touch on about the Drake before we move on to the Galaxy?
No, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the cutter.
It does look like the image that was in the trailer.
A little bit different, but maybe it's a touch up.
I must admit, I am surprised. I did not think this would be a Drake ship with the design. It looks, yeah. But anyway, new styles and whatever. But we'll see. We'll have to see obviously on day itself. All right. So apart from the Drake, obviously then we have the Galaxy, and Guys, we do have some images, and they do look like they are grey box, so obviously, subject to change. But we do have here, which is the side view of it, which is very interesting. We do have the front view of it. I do want to say, she's a bit of a fat boy. If you look at the front of it, she's definitely, the front on angle, she's definitely got a little bit of weight in the midriff section. And the last image that we have is the top-down view of it, or the actually looking up from the bottom view of it, actually. And that's it, what that looks like there. So, okay, so let's get out of the, let's get the obvious out of the way. You say the pylons it doesn't look RSI to you.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a RSI. It actually reminds me of like Origin.
I want to say Anvil without the pylons, but I wouldn't say Origin. But yeah, I get what you mean by not having the pylons. So keep in mind though, this is white box. It's subject to change. Maybe the pylons haven't been added yet. Yeah. I want to say she's definitely a little bit of a fatty. We do have a description of the Galaxy. Manufacturer RSI. Focus modular. Okay, interesting. Features a fully modular design and onboard hangar capable of deploying small ships. She does have a hangar. Oh, okay, we were right. The cutting-edge Galaxy has versatile but built into its DNA with highly configurable main cabin that can be outfitted with comprehensive facilities to support cargo, medical, or refining operations. Oh boy. I might get my Explorer ship after all. So, Fez, what are your thoughts on the Galaxy, the modular compartments, and the general ship itself?
It's kind of a mixed bag for me right now. I mean, the ship just doesn't feel RSI.
Yeah.
I kind of like the old model because it looked like the boat Perseus and the boat Polaris, and that felt like it was following the design language of like RSI. I don't see where people are saying that this looks like a modern a modernized Anaconda or something like that. I mean, I don't see that.
Oh, I could definitely see that. Yeah.
I mean, I see it in the bridge, but the body, it doesn't really speak RSI to me.
It doesn't speak RSI, but it definitely speaks Anaconda from Elite Dangerous. That's what they're referring to with the Anaconda for that. Look, yes, obviously it's missing the pylons, but that said, I actually really, really like the design. Like, to me, this is one sexy bitch. I'm gonna have to end up buying this, aren't I? I like this ship. I really, really do, man. I like it sleek. It's pointy in the right areas. It still has that sort of RSI general look without the pylons. But yeah, I like it. I actually like it a lot. Yeah. Oh no, what are your thoughts? Do you reckon it's going to buy it? You going to buy it, sell it, not use it? What do you reckon?
I might buy it.
See what happens on the buy.
Yeah, let's see.
Like I say, I like it. I really like the design. I really do. It's pointy. It looks fast. We'll talk about the modularity for a sec. So it's going to have cargo, medical, or refining refining operations. Do you think we might be able to use it for an explorer?
Maybe.
So if we can go through and do refining, maybe quantanium, and then it can go through and be an explorer ship. We can have like an RSI, because RSI is generally pretty well known for their exploration and their exploration ships, right? Constellation and all that sort of stuff. It would make sense if they're going to keep along that line.
Mm-hmm.
So, highly configurable main cabin that can be outfitted with a comprehensive facility to support cargo, medical, or refining. So, I don't think she's going to be cheap, though. This is the thing. I think this ship is going to be pretty expensive.
Maybe Carrack size, maybe touch larger.
Yeah. I still think this is going to be around the high 5s to low 6s for Warbond. What do you reckon?
Maybe 700.
Well, what was the Carrack when it first sold for?
600.
Pledge. Original Warbond was 500.
So I could see this thing being 675.
So you're talking about Warbond, or you're talking about as in like standalone with got credits?
Probably Warbond.
675. Oh, that's dear. I would say maybe 625. I would say. The Carrack is 126 meters in length. They said this thing was bigger than the what was it? Bigger than the Pegasus, the
Perseus.
Bigger than the Perseus, but smaller than the other ship, right?
Yeah.
So the original Warbond for the Perseus was 600, and she's 100 meters length. I would say this is probably likely to be 625, 650 Warbond. So standalone, I think you're probably going to find with credits, you're probably looking at about 525. That'd be my guess. All right. Anything else we want to touch on with the Galaxy before we move on?
I don't know. It just doesn't look good. It just doesn't look right.
Yeah, I like it. I actually really, really like it. I really do. I like the design of it. Right, so then we'll jump on to, now we don't have any images here, guys, for the C8 or for the Pisces, but I'll have the video running in the background for the video for the trailer for Squadron. And don't worry, because I've muted the sound. So the Pisces is obviously, it's a medical variant. So with the addition of onboard Tier 3 medical bed, the C8 Pisces can treat minor injuries and keep a patient stable while transporting them to safety of a larger ship. We fucking called it. Did we not?
Maybe.
We said that this was going to be a ship that could be used to stabilize people and get them to hospital so they can be treated. It's exactly what it is. All nearby facility, making it an invaluable asset for short-range search and rescue. So basically, it's an ambulance. What are your thoughts, Fez? What are your thoughts on the Pisces? Yay, nay?
I might buy it, yeah.
What do you reckon it's
Yeah,
going to sell for? Roughly about the same price as the other Pisces, probably.
probably, yeah.
It's definitely interesting. I'm not much of a medical gameplay sort of guy. But I have looked up the original Pisces. Went for. Clicked on the wrong link, didn't I? The pledge on that originally was $40 war bond or 45 standalone. It's probably going to be about the same, guys. It's probably going to be about 45, 50 bucks. 40, 45 bucks. So that's what I would expect that to go for. There is maybe another ship that is a possibility of a possible Drake ship or another possible Drake ship. So it's got listed as skinny. Exactly a Drake's instincts. And Drake's instincts to push buttons and go against the grain. Sources have told me that Drake's been frustrated with the IAE board for months and had to scrap some of their biggest ideas and plans for the event. But I don't think they can help themselves. I'm guessing they have something up their sleeves for the expo that's going to be anger the board and get them banned from the main sponsor going forward. So this is a extract from audio, is it, or for description?
Supposedly audio.
So if that's audio,
So
I was going to say, do you reckon we're going to see the Kraken?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe the Kraken. I mean, this just sounds like it's going to be Drake's first and last sponsorship of the IAE.
True.
That sucks.
Well, yeah, they'll probably come back in the future. I imagine these a lot of these companies are going to go through, and will they'll probably rotate it. So by the time it comes around to Drake, you're probably finally going to magically have some sort of, fix, and they're automatically back in the good graces or something like that. So, like I said, there's 12 manufacturers, so it won't be for like 12 years or something yet until Drake's back. I'm wondering if this is something like the Kraken or something like that, or some big ship. Maybe we won't see it at the expo, but maybe docked with the space station. So if it's going to dock at the space station, then I think it's going to be something big like the Kraken. Yeah.
Maybe landed. Who knows?
Maybe. It might do a flyby of like the town or something, or the city. Like the maybe like the Idris and the Javelin were doing.
I can bet you 110% of people are gonna try to find some way to kill it if that's the case.
I'll not just kill it, but get aboard it for the very least.
Oh, that too.
Alright, yeah, it definitely sounds like there's something it's going to be happening on the day. I think it's going to be something like that. Alright, is there anything else we need to cover? Is there anything we've missed? So we've covered the Galaxy, we've covered the Drake Cutter, we've covered the Pisces, plus maybe the mystery ship. Is there anything that we've forgotten? Anything we haven't covered?
Drake Corsair?
Oh yeah, you want to cover the Corsair? Yeah. So we do have some more images of the Corsair, guys. Let me save that one there. And we'll save that one as well. Right, and image. Browse, Corsair, okay. Alright, so that's the first image that we have there, guys, on the screen. Basically, it's the Corsair pulled into like a harbour or on a pad or something like that. And then obviously the next one we have is what looks like it's a brochure of sorts. So yeah, we then have this here. All right. What are your thoughts on the Corsair?
I mean, I have one.
Mm.
I am excited. Get to fly in, but I get to fly in piratey style.
Mm. Yeah,
That's...
I don't get me wrong. I don't hate it, but it's not my style. Is the best way to put it, I suppose. And don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful ship, but it's just not my style.
Yeah, so judging by this picture that I just got my hands on, looks like the cutter is going to be like a light cargo retrieval.
Yeah, the description literally says light freight.
Just sent you a DM. I'm up in his DMs, yo.
So I will add this image as well.
Yeah, the Corsair has some serious firepower.
Yeah, like I said, I don't hate the ship, but it's not my style, is the best way to put it, right?
The Corsair?
Yeah.
Really? You speak bad about the pirate ship?
I don't speak bad about it. I just... Yeah. Like I said, it's just not my type of style. I like anvil ships and all that sort of stuff, and I like the the Mercury Star Runner and those sort of ships. I like those sort of that style, the Crusader style. I just look, I don't hate the Drake ships. Look, shit, we use the cutter, not cutter, the
Cutlass.
Cutlass. We use the Cutlass in the machinima. I don't hate the ship, but it's not my style. It's just not my flow, so to speak. Like I say, I like my Crusader, I like my RSI and my Aegis and those sort of ships, and I like that sort of stuff more than the Drake stuff. I do wonder, does the cutter come with a free roll duct tape? Yep, what are you going to say?
I can say that I do like the looks of the Crusader's spirits.
Yeah.
And I honestly wouldn't be half upset if they went and did a visual rework on the Mercury and the C2s to make them look more angular, more pointy, like they did with the Crusaders, the spirits.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen though.
I don't know, but it would look pretty cool though.
There's a lot of other stuff they need to do before they need to worry about doing a redesign, stuff like that. They've still got a lot of ships they need to put into the pipeline to go through and get them all up to gold standard rating and stuff like that. So, yeah. All right, let's go through this one. Just sum it up for everybody. Cutter, we're saying probably about $50, $55, probably.
For the cutter.
Yep. What do you think?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. It's a starter ship.
Yeah.
It's probably probably slightly dearer than the Aurora and the Mustang. So probably, I'd say probably $50-$55 maybe at the most. And from what we know, it has 4 SCUs of cargo. The Galaxy, I'm saying probably about 625. Maybe about 625, maybe 650. What are you saying for price for War Bond?
That's a tough one. Probably like 65, 70.
Yep. So what do you reckon? 675. So 650 to 700. Is that what you're saying, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So roughly about the same. Yeah, a little bit higher than me, but not by much. Pisces. What do you reckon? At the moment, I think it sells for about 45. I think. $40. $40 original War Bond sells at the moment for 45. For standalone, what do you reckon the price is? I reckon it's going to be at the same. I reckon it's going to be about $40-$45.
Probably the same, yeah.
Yep. And this mystery ship, what do you reckon it's going to be? You reckon it's maybe the Kraken?
I mean, would be nice, but I don't really think it's a mystery ship, but maybe it's like a... I mean...
Well, it's a mystery ship in the fact that it's something that's not even on the schedule for their show, right? It's something that they're going to basically show off by breaking the rules. And, it's Drake, right? We kind of expect that sort of stuff. So what I would say is it's going to be something that's maybe going to be flying around the city, maybe doing, flybys of the hall, or something that's going to be docking with the space station, or something that's going to be at the hall that we don't know of yet, which is kind of rare considering we've got floor plans and stuff. So I would say, it's most likely going to be like something big like the Kraken or something like that. That is my guess. Guys, we don't have any proof. We're just guessing here. I'm going to say it's probably something like the Kraken or something, maybe docking to the station where you might be able to go around and have a look inside or something like that.
I think that might be a bit far-fetched, but maybe.
Yeah. And obviously the cutter, there's obviously 3 variances. I think it was it? No, it's... Yeah, so we got the 3 different dots on the map. So maybe 3 variances of the cutter, maybe?
I think so.
Yeah.
It seems like with every new ship that they have out there now, it always comes in a pair of 3s.
More money for CIG. Alright guys, apart from that, let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Obviously, if this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Obviously, do keep in mind, Fez's details are obviously in the description below. So, obviously, go to his channel, give him a like, give him a subscribe. And apart from that, obviously, we will be streaming the event for the IAE. We're going to be putting out video content regarding that. But yeah, anything you want to say before you jump off, Fez? Before we split?
No, I think that's about it. I will see you guys Friday, though, for the first day of IAE.
Yeah, we're going to be covering it for sure. I've got it listed in my on my calendar and everything like that too. It starts at 2 a.m. my time, which is going to be interesting. I just spent the better part of a week trying to get my sleeping cycles back to starting at 5 a.m. So, yeah, it's going to be real interesting. Alright, apart from that, guys, have a great night. Enjoy yourself. We'll see you in the universe. And obviously, there'll be another video coming up after this because we do have a new patch for the 3.17.4. So, obviously, that will be up next. Apart from that, guys, have a great night. Enjoy yourself. We'll see you in the next one-size video from YouTube. Want to say bye?
Nah.
Alright.